here after 3 hard doubling, so East-West playing in 4 spades.
I'm sure West would have bid 4 spades anyway, even if South had passed. Obviously the intention is to play in the 10-trick game in the major rather than have to try to make 11 in diamonds.
Okay, I think still a tricky play here for the diamonds. Trumps behave friendly.
Once trumps break, it will seem an easy deal for declarer, but he doesn't know yet about the 4-0 diamond break.
Can he afford to play a second round of spades? I think he can.
I'm wondering if South would have done better to hop in with the ace and deliver a diamond ruff. What do you think?
This would make sense, in my opinion.
Back to the Jack of Hearts and another diamond ruff.
Yep, exactly.
They play straight attitude signals. South played the 8. He was known to have 3-card support, at least, so maybe he was signalling that he had the Jack. But anyway, had he gone in with the ace of spades, and he's got no reason to expect his partner's got to avoid diamond, that's the problem. Why should diamonds be 6-0 in the closed hands?
It's easier for us if we see all the 4 hands, of course.
Yeah, that's a completely double dummy defense.
Now you can play the ace of diamonds. Diamond to the queen. Now you see exactly the position, and he makes 4 spades.
The BPO software hates me. I was not allowed to speak. I don't know if any of you told that 4 spades could be defeated if South had taken the ace of spades first time.
Yes,
Diamond
we
off.
did.
You did that. Did you also mention that The counter-attack by the clear is not to take the ace of heart.
It was just too difficult because South had not had any diamond bid from West, so very hard for him to picture the 6-0 break in the closed hands.
Yes, for sure it's difficult for South.
Well, I think there were possibilities to beat the contract, but I could not find. And now we have a 2-heart opening from East, showing heart and a minor.
If that runs round, then North has enough for a takeout double in the protective seat. Maybe not if he'd been in the second seat on just that 11 count. South now has to calculate whether he should defend with his ace-jack 9x, or if he doesn't, what is the chance of making, say, 3-no trumps facing a protective double. His diamonds may be worth little in defence, because that's likely to be one of Gavris's short suits, and they may score well in 3-no trumps.
So looks like 3 diamond was invitational.
Many people play the Lebenssoul convention, where you bid 2-no trumps on a hand in the lower range where you want to sign off in some suit. A partner will usually bid 3 clubs and you can play there or in one of the other suits. So 3 diamonds is 1 rack up from that. Not actually forcing as we see, but it would be in the invitational range, maybe 9 to 11. Pretty good hand really for making an invitational bid, but still.
I think that 3-no trump had a chance to make, but I agree it's difficult to bid. After 3 diamond invitational, I would pass also with a north hand.
Yes, South has to do all the dirty work himself.
The point is that if South is not going to bid 3-no trumps, surely it's better to defend 2 hearts doubled than possibly playing 3 diamonds.
I think that if Source would have no partner passes 3 diamonds, he would have passed a 2 hard doubled. But for me, it's a clear bid 3 diamond.
He would have enough to fancy playing in game facing a second seat double, but when a partner makes a protective bid, he's likely to be down to a king lighter than for action in a second seat, and he's allowed for that. If you imagine South bidding 3-no trumps instead, he knows that he's safe against a heart lead, and by bidding 3-no trumps he may give West a guess as to which minor suit Gavrice has for his opening lead.
Well, at the other tables, they did bid to 3-no trump. Multi-opening. And doubling it bids directly to 3-no trump. And we might have a first swing coming up.
Can't really say that it's lucky that the cards lie so well in both hearts and spades, because the bidding has told you that that will be the case.
So he must make the deep finesse in spade. Play to the 9.
There's the deep finesse in heart. Was no success.
No, it was not. I agree.
Cost him at least 2 tricks. But he'll survive, probably taking 10 tricks. Now heart to yes. King of diamond. No. Yes. King of diamond. Another spade to the 9. Club off. Spade to the queen and spade S. And give the last trick to the ace of clubs.
You also can rough a club first, and just in case he holds a 6-card hearts, but which is not very likely, but it's possible.
Yes, I was just thinking the same thing.
This was not in my plan. So we decided for safety play, just in case East has ducked the king of spades.
Hmm. Well, that's amazing. We saw a very good safety play from the Swedish North in the previous session. He didn't play his queen of clubs on the second round just in case it might be roughed. Cost him an overtrick. It was a very good safety play, that.
Yes, but the safety play was that to play the 9 of spades. Wasn't the safety play to play the queen of spades. For sure, East would not have docked with a jack of spades. He could have docked with a king of spades. So playing the 9 to the jack isn't really that good safety play.
But Declare also knows that East just holds probably 2 spade cards after his opening, showing 5-5 or 5-4 plus.
Whether it was a good safety play or not, it's debatable to make it because you're only protecting a part score and the overtrick may be worth an imp, so you've just got to look at it as you're betting with imps. Is it worth betting a whole imp away by giving up what looks like a pretty certain overtrick just to safeguard a 110?
This was really the old story. There were 11, there were 10, and now there were 9.
So here it looks like 3 heart shows a better raise to 3 spade.
Yes, a better is to 3 spades down 1.
This might be doubled now. Well, looks a little bit high.
There were 500 for taking, and now minus 50.
Well, West wanted to go up to the 3 level to take away space. He was too good to bid 3 spades, he thinks, although it was vulnerable against knots, so maybe 3 spades was okay. But I think 3 hearts was an overstatement. Still, maybe it was borderline for East to bid 4.
I think he was upgrading his hands a little bit with his singleton diamond, which is quite reasonable for me.
Yes, but look at South's action here. He have opened, you have 13 high card points, but it's still a crap opening. And now, over 4 spades, down 2, he goes to
We can guess that North might have bid 5 diamonds if South hadn't, because his 4 diamond bid wasn't that much on a hand of his power. He wouldn't want to risk 4 spades making.
I do think double 4 spades would be best by South, so you can also leave the option to North. He can still bid 5 diamond if he thinks.
Yes, had 1 diamond shown diamonds, I think double would surely be right to say that you don't want to go any higher on that load of rubbish. The only reason that he bid diamonds must be because it was still open to him to be short in diamonds. I'll just have a look on the card and see what else he could have if he did have 0 diamonds.
Here we have an inverted minor bid from East, showing 11 plus with diamonds.
I'll just say quickly a bit more about the Swedish system. When they open 2 clubs, which is natural, they deny a 4-card major. So if they've got a 4-card major and 6 clubs, because 1 club would be strong and 2 clubs would say they didn't have a 4-card major, they may have to open a diamond on as few as 0 diamonds. Obviously very a rare hand type, but that's why they're saying that the diamond bid doesn't guarantee length in the suit.
So here, as we see, East-West could make 6 diamonds.
After a start of 1 diamond, 2 diamonds inverted, usually you would show your stoppers up the line, which would mean 2 heart bid by West. But I think he described his hand well by rebidding 3 clubs. And when East showed a spade stopper, he could now say, yeah, well, I have got something in hearts, but I just wanted to show you my hand type better on the way. That looks like quite a nifty auction. Not that they've necessarily got to the...
The other option would be to bid the 3 spade, showing a splinter, a single in spade. And well, they do make 9 tricks.
Yes, but still, it looks like 6 diamonds is a better contract than 3 no, because 3 no need that you find the queen of diamond. And if you find the queen of diamond, then 6 diamonds is an excellent contract.
That's what I think, that the 3 spade bid wouldn't be really a mistake, showing a single spade and inviting also for a slam. But okay, he has a minimum hand, so he decided first to show his shape by bidding 2 club.
Well, in general, I agree that 3 spades is a bid that can be very descriptive and allow you to be confident if partner does bid 3 no trumps. But I think you make a good point that probably it does need to be a little bit stronger. He's only got a 12 count and he'd rather have more points, because if you are going to end up in an 11 trick game, then you like to think you've got a bit more than 24 points between the hands.
Yes and no, David. Bids below 3 no is looking for the best game. And after 1 diamond, 2 diamond game force, I think 3 spade is a better bid than 3 clubs on the west hand.
But is 2 diamond really game forcing, or is it an invitational plus? I think he also can have 11 points, and then, like David mentioned, 3 spades maybe would bring them too high, and 3 no trump is easier to make than 5 diamonds.
If 2 diamonds is a standard inverted raise and partner just bids 3 diamonds over 3 clubs, then you might think of passing that.
They play 1 diamond, 3 diamonds as a mixed race. And my conclusion is that 1 diamond, 2 diamond then should be game forcing.
Well, what mixed raise isn't the same as limit raise, is it?
Yes, in my book.
Well, Al Hollander is agreeing with my interpretation of mix that it's weaker than a limit raise.
Okay, you might be right. Normally I have taken mixed race as invit race.
The only chance they could have go to slam is he bids really his 3-spade splinter.
As you see by written commentators, England bid to 6 diamonds after a 3-spade splinter.
Okay, next hand here. Looks South has a nice hard fit. It should be in 4 hard. Now decided to pass, but it's okay.
For many players, the East hand would be unusual, no trump, but presumably it doesn't fit into the strength range for such a bid if that's what they play. In any case, he's happy to bid diamonds with the ace-king on top. Got the option of bidding again if the opponents stay low. It looks like North is worth 3 hearts despite being opposite a past partner, and North would just double if he only had 4 hearts and a lot of points. So South can now be confident that partner has 5 hearts and he has enough to raise.
For
Yes,
me, East
so
bidding
will bid to 4 hard,
would
and
show
I
6
think
five.
West might sacrifice. Well, I would not pass with South here after trying the strong hand 5-5. Now he bids. Okay. So he's lucky, got another chance to bid 4 hard.
You know, South had a very good hand. The fact that he's got a Doubleton Jack in the is exactly the sort of thing that partner wants in his first suit to help set that up. So I really don't understand four hearts. Maybe he thinks three hearts doesn't show that much when it's run round to him, and that, but still, he can't afford not to make a vulnerable game. West obviously was right to go into four diamonds because his partner had bid diamonds first and then clubs, but he must be regretting he did now and not just let four clubs pass.
On board number 3, in the closed room, South didn't open on his bad 11. Then North opened one diamond, one spade from East, and now South came to live, did two spades, showing 10-11 and a 4-card diamond. 3 spade by West, and North jumped to 5 diamonds.
Well, West doesn't have much of a hand, does he? I'm a little bit surprised he's thinking. I know he's got 3-3 and not much support in the majors, but he's got something or other there. He's just got so many losers in his hand, but he may be expecting partner is 6-5. We can see that it is a good sacrifice, but I mean it's a bit off-putting for East-West when they could have left the other side not even in their heart game, so now they may be dubious as to whether the heart game will make.
When could they leave? Yes, only if West had passed to 4 club. And if West passed to 4 club, North would still have another chance for a bid. So I don't expect that the Swedes were close not to bidding these 4 hearts.
I don't think he will bid to 4 hearts by himself. He showed everything when he described his hand perfectly, and his partner passes. So why should he bid now 4 hearts? Vulnerable, losing maybe to get double for 2 down.
Exactly, he would bid 4 hearts the first time, his first rebid, if he thought that he wanted to be there.
I think now after this passes for club, of course West is thinking, is it worth the sacrifice, or can we beat 4 hearts? But East by himself might bid to 5 club.
Certainly doesn't look very good from West's point of view to beat 4 hearts. He should expect that to make and be wondering why on earth they didn't bid it. But that is South's fault, because he did have a clear 4-heart bid, it seems to us.
And I'm almost sure that Gavris can't bid if West passed now, because he have taken West so long time to pass. And it's not likely that West was close to double 4 hearts. So the long pause indicate to East that partner is very close to bid 5 of a minor.
Well, that's a bit worrying for me, Peter, because I agree completely with you. It's only 5-5, and he's shown a huge hand bidding 2 diamonds and 4 clubs in terms of shape anyway.
Well, now he's showing same length in diamond and in club by bidding 4 no trump. Leave it to partner bid 5 club or 5 diamond.
And both contracts are just close to between 2 and 3, down 2 and 2 or 3.
Slight puzzle to me why East should bid 5 clubs, because his partner's given preference to diamonds and can't possibly have longer clubs.
I've just been told that Sweden bid 6 diamonds on board number 4. And it looks like 5 diamonds, 5 clubs could be very expensive when the Clare are forced.
Of course, I also know that the minors are distributed badly, as North has shown minimum 10 cards in the majors. So I think he might play the ace of club after rubbing the second spade. He could discard a heart also now.
For me it's very strange that North played the 8 of spade in trick 1. North-South played low-high encouraging and low-high even number. So 8 of spade is, I don't understand. Again
great
the
time in
carding.
reversal.
Again I don't like the carding. Why not S of spade to tell partner I have the king of heart?
Well, perhaps North doesn't expect his partner to have the ace of hearts, I don't know, because he didn't bid 4 hearts earlier, but I suppose he wouldn't have bid it without the ace of hearts even on the delay.
Yes, I agree. The 7 of club makes it not so expensive here. It's a very important card.
Right, we see Sweden did make 6 diamonds. Well done. Well bid anyway, wasn't that easy to bid.
But probably quite easy to make.
Yeah, West wasn't able to make a splinter bid, but the opponents had bid 1 spade, raised to 3 spades, suggesting that West had a singleton, and he did have to support diamonds at the 4 level because of the preemption. So now East drove to a slam. Well, that was a pretty good auction, slightly helped perhaps by the spade bidding by North-South.
The one diamond opening in South is very often at 12-15 balanced. He can't open 1 no, because 1 no trump shows at least 9 cards in the minors.
Just quickly going to tell you what's happening in the bronze medal matches, the ones featuring England anyway. USA 2 lead in the Bermuda Bowl bronze medal match 121 to 109, and England now lead France 81-66 after starting off with some sort of a deficit after the first set. It's England, Netherlands, sorry.
North-South has 3 obvious losers in diamond contract. 2 clubs and the ace of diamond. Two clubs here were transferred to 2 diamonds, and now 3 diamond must promise a 6-card diamond.
So 3 diamond was invitational hand now with diamonds. Otherwise he could have passed 2 diamond.
I'm not sure about the 2 diamond, but it could be transferred to hearts.
No, 2 club was transfer, I think, to diamond.
Yes, 2 clubs show the diamond suit.
Well, South could have been short, in theory, could have been short in diamonds, so I think, although 2 diamonds is marked as artificial, it looks as if it was showing a diamond fit, doesn't it?
That's a bad double, because you can't defeat 4 diamonds, but you can defeat 3 no. Against 3 no, East-West would probably take 8 tricks.
I agree, double was bad. If you cannot double 4 diamond, you should not double 3 no trump.
Often such doubles are made when you half suspect that 3 no trumps will make and you're trying to frighten them out into 4 diamonds. Here we see that the ace of spades could have been held up. In fact, West has a club entry, but that wasn't certain. So 3 no trumps could have been on from East's point of view.
So I'm back in a minute. I have somebody on the door.
Just invite her in for a cup of coffee.
As we might have expected, the 5 club sacrifice after the Gavris had bid 2 diamonds and 4 clubs. It did gain 4 ints against 650 at the other table. There East bid 2 no trumps, South passed, West bid 3 clubs, and again North bid 3 hearts, and of course South raised to 4 there. Thinking back on that hand at this table, I wonder if West thinks he should have passed 4 clubs, because he had so little defence to a major suit game, and partner had shown length in both the minors, wasn't likely to have many tricks up top. Had he done that, then we're not quite sure what North would have done. East has no bid, and West has to decide whether to... He's protected with 1-no trump. Wow, even though he didn't have a spade stopper. East has 13 facing a passed hand, so he may pass, although his partner's made a vulnerable 1-no trump bid.
So I'm back.
See, West did protect with 1-no trump despite having no spade stopper, Gerhard. And
Wow.
obviously
We can say he played like a man.
Gabris did pass. He's got no middle cards whatsoever.
I would expect many East-West pairs to hit 3-0, because the trend today is that you open on 11 in West, and if West open, it's very difficult to keep East out of 3-0.
It's not very difficult to restrain yourself and pass on the West cards, vulnerable in the second seat, I would have thought, although I agree with you, we often do get surprised. I'm not looking at the video, but I can imagine that West is really, really pleased to only be in 1-no trump.
Surely is. He surely is. Most players open one club here. It's balanced 10, 11, 3 controls.
On the last board, board 6, they bid 5 diamonds, got doubled and went 1 off. Bid over 4 spades.
Yes, but only 1 off. That sounds very strange. I'll have a look at the play.
Well, a
Oh,
spade
sorry.
goes.
It's a one board.
Spade goes on the heart.
Yes, one board. I was thinking of the 5-5 in the minors, but that wasn't that hand. My mistake. I keep quiet.
You know, we're all making mistakes. We're all human.
Well, in the last session, Roland and I made a pretty fatuous comment within about 10 seconds of each other, and we were waiting for Peter to even it up, so...
Yeah, well, it looks like the Swedish team continued doing very well here. After they were gaining, I think, a maximum of 32 or 33 imps. They have a lead now of 15 imps, which is very respectful.
Sounded like Gerhard's front door being knocked again.
Why?
I heard a thumping noise from somewhere. Perhaps it was Peter's.
But you're not. It's two beautiful ladies waiting outside your door, Gerhard. Go and open.
No, they have some worker just arriving. They have to rebuild something in the house. And you might have heard this.
Sounded more like a debt collector, thumping really hard. We know you're in there, Gerhard.
And Gerhard, if you feel we are teasing you, you are absolutely right.
You can. I'm old. I have a big shoulder. Do what you want. I can stand this.
Only two top losers. But still, the Clare need some work to be done. He don't know the King of Clubs are on side. So from the west hand, he has 3 club losers. For me, it looks like the correct play now would be club to yes, club off, heart off, club off, heart off, taking yes of diamond, and now you have sure 10 tricks and a chance for 11. He hurt
Yes,
me.
couldn't risk a club finesse because, I mean, he might have a trump loser.
It looks he is listening.
And my advice normally is good because I can see all 52 cards.
Good one. South may be wondering if he can afford to throw a club. His partner might have the queen. He's got an easy diamond discard for the moment.
Well played.
pass, one spade, pass, pass, one no, pass out.
Okay, nice 3-note trump here.
Absolutely amazing scoreline in the final of the Seniors Bowl, with USA 1 ahead of Sweden by 153 to 36, and less than half the boards played.
So, no easy 3-note trump here. Just duck first spade.
Yes, but when you play a small club to the jack, if you do that, then the 10 will drop. And then you are in good shape. Diamond to the queen, another club to finesse.
You also can play a small club to the 9th.
Yes. But let's see. I expect a club to the jack.
Or a small heart to the queen, also possible.
Now he's in trouble. Here's a club, a diamond, and a heart loser.
Well, didn't it seem, Peter, as he was saying, that he was going to need some club tricks? Hasn't got that many building blocks to work with in the other suits.
Got a very good play to play the king of diamond.
as defender.
It's not a mistake, my point of view.
Well, even if North had it, he might want to still play on clubs, as Peter suggested, and have the Queen of Hearts as an entry to whatever club tricks he could set up.
And if the first club finesse work, then he can finesse in diamonds and set up a diamond entry for dummy. Two diamonds is multi, point range is 6 to 10, bet East for sure didn't get
normal. Now we're on the right path.
Yes, and now probably on the jack of spade.
With double finesse and spade, and finito la musica.
That's strange. Now he can't double finesse in spade. So what is his plan?
Well, he could have done if the trumps were 2-2, I suppose. He was going to unblock the high heart from his hand and have a entry on the third round.
Double finesse.
Oh no. Is that really right?
What can he play? It doesn't matter what he's playing.
He could take the king of hearts and play diamond.
And so you rough and play the double finesse and spade. It's the same.
Yes, but playing spade is just to help the clear.
So in board number 9, they are playing 3-note trump also at the other table and the same lead. We wait the outcome there, maybe find a better line.
Is that a one heart or a 2-no bid for you, David and Gerhard?
He can make again inverted minors.
Parner's a passed hand, so you're not expecting him to have long spades. He didn't open a multi. Two-no trumps might make it more awkward.
You mean North can be too hot?
There's not can be 2-no.
Exactly.
Normal meaning of double is that you're interested in penalties. Don't know that East is particularly on this hand when he's got, if there is a big diamond fed his way. At any rate, it's just showing points. It's not a negative double in any way.
The only negative thing by bidding 2-note trump always is you give away all the distribution and make it sometimes much more easier for the opponents to find the right play.
Yes, and that is the reason that most top pairs today don't use two-no trump on very weak hands. You only use it on middle plus hands, because if you don't win the bidding battle, then you are in trouble, because the Clare play with almost open cards. 4 hearts by South. Okay.
Oh, looks like 1, 3 downs, 2 downs.
Yes,
Yeah,
2 down against 3 no making. So that's not a disaster, but Norse could risk. No.
or
No,
the diamond game making.
Yes. So South probably gained 3 imps by jumping to 4 heart. And is there any danger? No. The Clare can duck this one and later off a club in South's hand. North's hand can be forced once or twice with spade leads, but still no problem. When the clubs are good, then he can just play hard to the S and claymate tricks.
I'm not sure that it was so obvious to bid 4 hearts in the teeth of a double by East. I mean, okay, he gets out for 300 against 400 and picks up some tiny number, but you've got to be worried about losing a bigger number. He didn't have much of a hand, and turns out here that the clubs are breaking and so on, and I don't think I'd have bid 4 hearts. We've seen sometimes that players bid 1 more than they might have done, and it pays out well when the opponents go wrong over it. Maybe misjudge their best contract. So that's the other thing that you've got to put in the scales when you're deciding how high to go.
Well, that helps maybe a little bit.
Of course, West can't imagine that his partner's got 5 cards support for diamonds, even if he hadn't shown that many. But now Declarer can ruff in the north hand, ditch a club maybe.
Will he escape for down 1 now? S of clubs, club off. Heart to the S, club off, and down 1.
Yes, I mean he only needed an odd-even count signal on the first round of diamonds West to read the situation, because North surely had at least 5-5 in his suits and had followed to one spade, so he either had 1 or 2 diamonds, and a parity signal would distinguish between those two possibilities.
David, it was played by South.
Okay. Well, in that case, he needed to know how many South had, of course.
Well, it looks that Sweden can increase their lead. They're doing very well.
That one hard opening, the range is 11 to 17.
So what's gonna West do here after 2-0 Trump?
Pass.
I think it's the only bit he has. So is this an escape 3 club?
That's a transfer. They can land in 3 diamonds. Not a winner,
What would
but much better than 2-0. In 2-0, East has its 5 top tricks. And I can't find any extra tricks for him. Oh,
He can make 1 extra diamond trick after a diamond lead. South has to keep him off the dummy, has to keep him off scoring more diamond tricks, so I think he makes another diamond trick, doesn't he?
I think
yes.
it's very undisciplined of Garbage to beat the 3-0 Trump here.
Yes, but he is so young. You have to excuse him.
Garbage was beating 3-0 Trump. And he's not young.
Oh yes, he's 19.
Garbage?
He must have
19.
smoked a lot of cigarettes then. Look at the video and I guess how many cigarettes he smoked to look that age at 19. Well, he's surely shown all his points with 2-0 Trump, so it looks like a bidding misunderstanding on the face of it.
I mean, if 3 club, it's really a transfer to diamond, so there's no reason not to bidding 3 diamond. He showed everything by bidding 2-0 Trump.
Well, I mean, it looks as if he thought 3 clubs was a check back bid. No reason whatsoever not to bid 3 diamonds otherwise.
Yes, it's the only reason he can bid 3-0 Trump is the check back. I agree.
Well, South has led the 4 from Queen Jack 10-4 because he knows what 3 clubs means. He was told it was a transfer to diamonds by his screenmate. Had they just played in 2 no trumps and he'd led the Queen to the ace, now when the 9 comes he can't afford to cover that or declare a will duck and be able to make to finesse on the 3rd round.
And sorry, my mistake, I mixed up the 2 players. Gavris is 59 and will turn 60 in November. And his partner, West, is 19.
That's what I said. And Gowers is one of the most experienced players here in the world, in the bridge world. He's really a great, great player.
There I
But
only
here it
can
looks he forgot the system.
absolutely agree with you, Gerhard. I've played him several times, and it's always a pleasure playing against him, even if he beat you.
Well, such bidding misunderstanding should not occur in a final of Bermuda Bowl.
Still, I don't see that they're probably not going to make 3 diamonds either, are they? What do you think?
No matter what to make or not, but I think the diamond is the only contract that's playable.
Well, he can make a lot of heart roughs, I suppose, in that hand. Yeah, maybe make a lot of trump tricks to go with the 3 aces.
Why not discard the 2 of spades north? Okay, the 7 of spades, but for sure spade. And now South needs to lead the king of spades. And he'll be end played again. King of spades docked. 9 of spades to the yes. Then Jack of spades heart.
Yeah, looks like 7 tricks now. So it's not so expensive.
Now Gaffers has to decide which hand he will then play. He could take the ace of spade and play another spade, and then he'll be down 3. Ace of spade and another spade would be right if South had king, queen, third and spade and a doubleton heart. Then South would be forced either to play spade to dummy or hard up in ace jack. So it's not obvious that the dock is the correct solution. But as one of my listeners very correctly pointed out, when North bet to the ace of clubs, he played club 10 and not a lower club, which indicated that the queen of spades are by North. I'm told that on board number 9, the Clare, as I suggested, played on clubs. It was the hand with the 10 of clubs, singleton and south. The Clare in trick 3 played club to jack and managed 9 tricks for another 12 imps for Sweden.
Player's been very slow at the other table, only 9 boards played so far. Remember, Poland started with a carryover of around 10, so they're just short of 40 behind on the boards played.
Here it really looks at Klukowski and Gavric not having the best run here.
You can yourself have a look at the play in 3-0. It was very well played by Leclerc. He played on clubs. He set up an end play, and that way he managed 9 tricks and 12 imps in his pocket.
So here he's doubling and showing the minor suits.
From a past hand, many plays that double show the minors. but some defensive values. With a hand with more distribution and less defensive values, you can bid one no trump from a passed hand.
It's not so bad when you're 5-4 in the unbid suits. Tony Forrester tried such a bid on a passed hand yesterday when he was only 4-4 and found Robson with Jack 10 to 7 spades, which was one of the opponent's bid suits, and 3 doubletons. So he had to defend one spade doubled for an over trick. Really, you should only come in if you've got some reasonable expectations of occasionally playing the contract. Otherwise, you're just giving away information in the bidding, something that Rees used to say you shouldn't do, but nobody ever agreed with him, and they always carried on bidding just the same.
Now it should go down now if we switch to a club. Oh, the 9 was for the heart. Well, there's nothing spectacular, like except 3 no trump, where Garbage misplayed the hand. And was not following what Peter was suggesting.
Well, the other big one was the Diamond Slam, of course, on board 4.
Yes, but on board 4, bidding by North-South helped East-West to bid the 6 diamonds, because North-South were in with 1 and 2 spades. So it was easier, much easier for them to go for slam.
North-South are playing a strong club system, and that frees them up to describe their 1 spade opener as 10 to 15. Otherwise, if you were just playing a natural system, to open on 10 counts right the way up to 18 or 19 would be rather a big range to cover. Remember that the point counts nearer to 10 are very much more likely to be dealt than those further away. In the old days this deal might have been passed out. Nowadays at least one player reckons he must have an opening bid.
It looks like 6 tricks for defending part.
We've said a lot about how bad it is to lead away from kings against suit contracts over the past however many days it is, seems like at least a month. And obviously you wouldn't want to lead from queen doubleton, so even though leading from 4 to the queen is not in the least bit attractive and you don't like doing it, it looks like the worst of evils from that west hand.
But what should he lead? Smaller heart?
6 of diamonds. 6 of diamonds.
And David, the English ladies, now up 40 imps in the fight for the bronze medals.
Yeah, thanks Peter. I saw that they were doing well. I mean, they don't have a particularly strong record against the Netherlands women, who are a very, very strong team. Indeed, the Netherlands Open team that aren't even here now have won the World Championship before. Many good teams in Europe. Well, if they get the bronze medal, I may get another page for my article going into English Bridge I heard this morning. Thanks for the good news.
When we remember 12 years or 13 years ago, there was just German and the Austrian ladies who were very dominating. And both of them not even have a team anymore, I think. Okay, Germany do have a team, but not so successful, and Austria they don't have a ladies team anymore. It's really a pity.
Those were the days of the great Maria Earhart. Fantastic lady she was, and a great player, and in fact a lot of other good players around her. I met them all when I was invited to some tournament in Sicily. The thing I always remember about Maria Earhart is that you know, normally when people write out hands, of course they just write them as we see them here on the screen. But she used to write them coming down, just like the cards laid out in the dummy, ace and then the queen below it and the 9 below that. And that is really, I've only seen 2 classes of player put down hands on a sheet of paper like that. One is complete beginners and the other is Maria Earhart.
Yes, indeed, she was really a great player and he had a great memory. But on the bridge table, as a partner, she was so unbelievable bad behavior, and she almost destroyed every partnership she had by just shouting and crying to his partner. And as good as she was as a player, as bad she was as a partner.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't see her doing any of that.
There I must agree with you, Gerhard. But at the same minute she left the bridge table, she was a very, very nice person.
Yes, outside the bridge she was very charming lady.
That's exactly the same as was said about Rixie Marcus. Absolutely charming and helpful as she could be outside bridge, and a real sort of demon at the table.
Yes, you for sure know her better than me, David, but I have to totally agree. I had the pleasure once to be invited for afternoon tea, not at a restaurant, but at her home. And that I found very exceptional.
You must have felt like being invited by the Queen of England.
Yeah, my wife and I the same. We went there just before I was going to partner her in the Lederer. She's got a huge case full of silverware. The story was that, I suppose I can say this now that it's so many years ago, she was the mistress of Lord Lever, and he'd bought that flat for her.
But when the Austrians won, I think the World Championship, European Championship, when they were on top of the world, they also have a very, very strong second pair. How is my memory?
Fischer, Doris Fischer, and was the
Yes,
fourth?
Doris and Terry. Doris and Terry.
Genau, Doris and Terry.
One of them I know was
Sabine was
a
playing
teacher
with
in mathematics.
Sorry?
I think it was Doris who was a teacher in mathematics. Isn't that correct?
Yes, she is a teacher, yes, in mathematics. She still is.
Yes, she's also such a nice person.
I won with her the mixed pair in Biarritz with Doris. 300 pairs playing there 10 years ago or 12 years ago. I don't know.
Well done, Gerhard.
Actually,
Yeah,
I won
marvelous.
Biarritz 5 times. I won the pairs with Martens, the mixed with Doris Fischer, 1x third with von Arnim, and 3 times the team.
Earlier we saw a support double, support redouble rather earlier, and this is a support double. South has shown spades, North's double shows 3-card spade support. And East's redouble just shows a strong hand. South's happy to go to 2 spades anyway, and now East competes to 3 hearts, so that's a typical sort of tenacious part score battle. In particular, the raise to 2 hearts on so many losers on the West cards. North played a middle card to deliver the rough, not having any particular preference between the black suits for the next play back. Would have found a higher card if he had the king of spades.
Al Holland just mentioned there will be a mixed team in the 2016 World Championships for the first time. Did you know this?
No, but what event is that? That's not the same World Championship as this, is it? And that's only 1 year away.
He said in the 2016 World Championships there will be hold a mixed team for the first time. I don't know where it's next year.
What is that, a transnational?
I don't know, but probably yes.
In the Bermuda Bowls aren't played every 2 years, isn't it?
Yes, the Bermuda Bowl every 2 years. So it looks like an open World Championship next year.
Don't they normally have a mixed event? I mean, they did in the European Open.
I'm not sure.
I have looked a little in the transnational where they are playing the round of 8, and there Zimmermann is on the Germany team. Redraw after 2 segments, down with 132 against 26. A more exceptional result is the Ascot team playing against the very strong Polish Russian team Boas. They were down after the second segment with 37 imps, but have now on the first 13 board scored 55-4 and now lead. The Ascot team is the Danish pair and Weinstein, Wildavsky from the USA, and
Right, 2 clubs is natural, and I said earlier that North-South were playing such bids to exclude a 4-card major. Take out double and East just raises the ante, knowing that he's facing a limited hand. South may think he's worth bidding 4 spades with a singleton club.
So I lost connection. Did you get it all, or are we on the next board?
Yeah, we heard you okay. Al Hollander sent us all a message to explain that the World Championship next year is what used to be called the Olympiad. It's been called various much less attractive names like World Mind Sports Championship, just because there are a few people playing other weird games on the floor up.
Another 10 imps for Sweden on board number 12. You remember the 3-0 played by Gavis on his 4 S's opposite King 15 Diamond, where he was down. In the closed room, the Polish took over the bidding and played in 2 clubs. Undoubled, bid down 3 for 10 imps more to Sweden.
So, well, we might switch over to the other table. Thank you very much so far. It was the 16th board. Thank you to the written commentary. It's very helpful, like always. Thank you to David. Thank you to Peter. It was nice to work together with you, like always. And see you all tomorrow for the 4th round. Quite early for me, but maybe I catch up a little bit later. And again, thanks to BBO to give us a chance to see all the wonderful matches. And thanks to the spectator. I hope you enjoyed the commentary a little bit of the 3 of us, and bye for now.
Thanks for watching.